Coca-Cola is in trouble for laying off thousands of Latin American workers at Servo's bottling plant in Texas. But that's not the end of it. What made it worse was that they turned over their own employees to ICE after terminating them. Not only is this action by Coca-Cola justify a boycott, but let's talk about the legal aspect of it too. The action by Coca-Cola violates a federal law that a lot of people are overlooking, and it is called the Immigration and National Origin Act. It prohibits termination based on national origin. So this federal law prohibits an employer from terminating, even recruiting, hiring, or terminating an employee based on someone's place of birth, their country of origin, or because they sound foreign. So if you have a bunch of people that you suspect are illegal or undocumented, or you were involved in trafficking them to your facility, your bottling plant, then you really can't terminate them and then turn them over to ICE, because then you violate this federal statute. And the statute is written really clearly. It says you cannot discriminate against someone based on their national origin or citizenship status. So if an employer is now retaliating against its undocumented workforce and threatening or actively turning them over to ICE and terminating them, then that employer runs the risk of violating this federal statute. Okay.
Welcome to my page, Apollo 5, and we bring you fresh contents on global politics, culture, entertainment, and the Vogue. And so some Latinos, especially those of American descent, Mexican descent, who were migrant workers or not documented migrant workers who were working in Coca-Cola, we are meant to receive massive shock as their employees called in ICE agents to arrest them. And this has had a crazy ripple effect across the Latino community as a whole. And now Mexicans, Latinos are calling on fellow Latinos to boycott the consumption of Coca-Cola for this singular action. Remember some years back when they woke up, they rose together and boycotted Pepsi. The brand dropped its position to the third in the world. And now, if they do this to Coca-Cola, in Mexico, Coca-Cola is like life, it's water, it's like medicine, it's a god. So let's watch what other content creators have to say as we come back.
So Mexicans are boycotting Coke. My abuelita used to give me Coke for headaches, stomach aches, toothaches. Coke was the fix for everything. And it worked. Till this day, I will drink a Coke for a headache. Coke runs through our veins. So this is really hard to boycott. No doctor, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no nothing stopped us from drinking Coke. But the minute that Coke does not support minorities, we boycott. So this is one of the hardest ones for me, besides Starbucks, because how am I gonna have my pozole? No Coke? My taquitos, my flautas, my huaraches. How am I gonna eat all this food without a Coke? I have to find an alternative, like Shasta or, I don't know, something that tastes similar, because there is no way that as a Mexican, I can have Mexican food without my Coke. So any alternatives, help a girl out. I'm gonna support, put it in the comments. I will try anything until I find something that tastes like Coke.
Did y'all hear about what was happening with Coca-Cola? So if you didn't know, the Latino community is completely boycotting Coca-Cola, which is crazy to me because Mexicans love Coca-Cola. They are some of the most loyal customers to Coca-Cola. But according to Coca-Cola immigrant workers, Coca-Cola called ICE on its own employees. So according to the immigrant workers, they were working their shifts. And guess who strolled into work to come pick them all up? Yeah, Border Patrol. And now I am seeing videos everywhere where there are literally shelves filled with Coca-Cola. because no one's buying it. I didn't even fucking know they were boycotting Coca-Cola. Not that I think you should drink that shit anyways, because it's poison. I can rest assured that Coca-Cola is going to take a good beating from them because they are one of their most loyal customer base. That's for sure. I used to work retail when I was younger, and honey, they were the ones coming to get that Coca-Cola.
Since Coca-Cola owns a lot of other drinks, wanted to give you guys alternatives for what to pick out at the store instead. Obviously, Pepsi is one of them. I'm sorry to tell you this, but the Pochico is owned by Coca-Cola now. So you can go with LaCroix or Spindrift for sparkling waters. Perrier and San Pellegrino also are not owned by Coke, but they're owned by Nestle, who is also problematic. He's the guy that wants to privatize access to water, so I would maybe not drink those. Juice alternatives, you can do Tropicana, Honest Tea, Tasso tea, sports drinks, Gatorade, Celsius, Electrolyte, Ghost Energy. I've never drank those. And then other soda alternatives, you can do Jarritos, obviously. For coffee, you can do, like if you want the canned coffees, you can do La Colombe. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or stock cold brew. For water, you can do Poland Spring, Fiji water, Evian, no Dasani, no Smart Water, no Powerade. They are owned by Coca-Cola. Other alternatives that you like, let us know in the comments.
Welcome back. This is Apollos 25. Please hit the subscription button. Subscribe, guys. It says sharing is caring. Wow. I don't think Coca-Cola saw this coming. This is going to be a serious crackdown on the consumption of that company, which will ultimately affect their GDP. And you could see from what these ladies were talking about, they were giving alternatives for every Coca-Cola product out there. And you know the way these people respond. They respond to the latter. They have this mindset of I got you, brother, I got you, sister. And when the Latino community make up their mind to achieve a goal, they get it done. Just the same way they set out their minds and their heart to vote in Donald Trump, and they came out and they voted massively. I don't know what Coke is going to do to reverse the effects of what they have done or the decisions they have taken. So I want to know what your thoughts are, your views are, your opinions are in the comment section. Thank you for joining us. We want to hear from you. Please stay tuned. Have a great day. God bless.